the Rohan Village Trilogy Part 2. In the last episode we learned how to make these little Rohan houses, and today we're gonna make a landscape for them. Welcome to... Yeah! Yeah, I know you love this part, Gandalf. Anyway, last time I wanted to cheer the devastated king up with making him some houses, and for a while both the king and his people seemed pretty happy about this. That is, until the mysterious ranger from the north appeared and reminded the king of the absence of his land.
Riders of Rohan! What news from the mark?
Sorry, man. Make me a cup of tea. With oat milk and a straw.
Come, horse. Rohan is gone, Ranger. It sucks.
Ride out and find it.
For death and glory. For Rohan. For your people.
So, let's build Rohan. We're gonna cut some styrofoam and cardboard here, and luckily the teachings of Bard's Craft have taught me some skills with the blade. But first we head for the woods in search for bark. And as everyone knows who lives close to the great forests, don't touch the living trees, and show your respect to the beings who have given their lives to benefit the nature around them and your crafting. We share this bark with the bugs and the birds. Here I have skillfully used my shiny blade to cut myself a square foot of styrofoam and glued that to cardboard. This constitutes our base. From there we build up the structure of our landscape with bark and styrofoam, using a smaller blade. The vision I have for this landscape is the classical rocky Rohan hill, a la Edoras, but smaller. Here I am experimenting again, but it's fun. I am a complete rookie when it comes to connecting electricity, but I want these houses to be lit up. The wiring is probably laughable, but it's working. And King Théoden will be able to read the news of the mark when he goes to bed. With the wiring done, we will move over to modeling compound. For this we will need... Sorry Théoden, but I need this space now for plaster, shredded toilet paper and water. And there we have our homemade modeling compound, which can be very dangerous stuff for a tiny Rohan king before it's dried. For a crafter of landscapes though, it's an absolute delight to work with this stuff. Somehow you just want to play with it. But it's smudgy and it dries fast, so I've covered the LED lights and the showing cables with some plastic wrap. A clever afterthought here is to mark out where the cables are, because at least once I managed to cut a wire and had to redo some of the wiring. But now it seems like the whole village has electricity. And how could this part not bring out the child in me? I get to play with my toy houses in my toy landscape. And it lights up! How awesome is that? I get to play with electricity. What is also amazingly awesome is that I get to play with paints as much as I like. Here you can see I'm mixing the acrylic paint with PVA glue, just to seal in the bark and the modeling compound. As before, very welcome to comment on the paint job, or anything really. Isn't it great when the paint makes sharp sounds also, especially the brown paint? While we are painting this landscape, I would like to say a few words about being a landscape architect that has never worked with landscape architecture. But it seems like very many occupations nowadays sits you in an office in front of a computer screen, pushing buttons and attending different meetings all day long. But I want to see the mountains again, Gandalf. So in my search for mountains and landscapes, I became a gardener instead, for a while, before realizing that no, I don't think I want the schedule at all. So I tried to be a vagabond, I tried to be a self-sustained farmer, I became a meditating hippie, bohemian kind of dude. And then coming full circle back to being a child again. I just want to play as much as I can. I know this might be much easier said than done, but we can only start where we are, and with the aim of doing what we feel like and enjoying ourselves as much as we can, I think we can reach much higher than we believe. With the painting done, it's time to make my... I know you're stressed out about this, Théoden, but you're in the way now and...
I'm trying to help you.
So just give me some room to create my magic goo here. We need wall filler, glue, acrylic paint, and a fourth ingredient. You all know where to find it. So with our ground texture mixed and a nice cup of coffee, it's time for the delightful part of this project, of putting the houses into place. Let's start with a barn. I think I learned the recipe for this magical ground texture goo from Swamp Rat Miniatures, so thank you so much, man, for that. You just regulate the color with the amount of paint, and as you will see later, I use a brighter one for the dirt roads of this village. Here you probably also notice that I am fixing these houses into place. And I understand that there might be some wargamers watching this video thinking, no, what is he doing? But this was meant to be a diorama from the beginning, and as for now I have not made any interiors for the houses. I must admit though that I'm beginning to turn a little bit here, so I would like to ask you, do you think it's better to make this a playable gaming board, a piece of terrain? Because then it could be pretty easy to make the interiors of the houses separately and then just move the miniatures over there when you want to enter the houses. Let me know in the comments if you want this to be a diorama or part of a gaming board. This will of course decide if I'm going to fix the miniatures in place in the next video or leave them free to run around in the landscape. What I will do in the next video is of course to beautify this Rohan landscape with vegetation and props. For now, this is where we're at. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and like and subscribe if you want more. Now let's see what Théoden is up to. Théoden? Théoden! Don't worry, brother. I built you this village now, so you just get up, ride and get your people, and in the next video I lift you all up. I promise. I want to give a special thanks to my brother Nils for most of the amazing music in this clip. I love you, man. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon again. Take care now.